Good evening with Sports Night. I'm Anne-Marie Burr, and we begin with news of cricket as Good Shepherd are through to the final of the Guardian Group Herman Griffith Primary Schools cricket competition after defeating Reno Weeks by 8 wickets today at Layers. Choosing to bat first in semi-final number 1, Reno Weeks only posted 101 for 7 from their 25 overs, with Kevon Wickham top scoring with an unbeaten 18. For Good Shepherd, Luke Reed led the bowling by taking 3 for 18, while Oliver Gooden ended with 2 for 15. CBC's Kamal Haynes reports.
Reno Weeks on 35 for 1 in the 9th over, and Oliver Gooden claims wicket number 2 for Good Shepherd. Justin Paris is bowled for 9. The score 35 for 2. Pressure was mounting as Reno Weeks could only manage the singles, and Luke Reed made matters worse, bowling Jakeem Pollard for 6. David conquers Goliath. The score 50 for 3 in the 11th over. 6 runs later, and Gooden claimed his second wicket. Joshua Brathwaite is bowled after a big swipe, gone for 15. 56 for 4 the score. Reno Weeks recovered with a few singles, 19 to be exact, but then this happened. Tajari Condriton searching for a boundary finds Reed at mid-wicket, out caught for 5. Jaden Cummins the bowler, 75 for 5 in the 19th over. Reed was having an excellent day in the field, delivering with the ball once more, trapping Nathan Austin leg before wicket for 1 to make the score 82 for 6. Then returning the very next delivery to clean bowl Xavier Barrow for a golden duck to be on a hat trick. Reno Weeks now 82 for 7 in the 20th over. Reno Weeks breathed a sigh of relief thanks to Kevon Wickham, who was quiet at the crease for a while, making his presence felt, picking up the first boundary in 15 overs. Then sweeping Almond to the backward square leg boundary powerfully, beating the fielder to collect 4 more. Pressure now on Almond, and what does he do? An over-the-waist no ball is pulled behind to the deep fine leg boundary for 4, as Reno Weeks end on 101 for 7 from their 25 overs. Kamal Haynes, CBC Sports.
In reply, Good Shepherd eased to the required target, ending on 103 for 2 in 21 overs. Gooden started with the bat to end unbeaten on 35. Well, there is one new face on the Barbados Pride squad for the first round match in the 2018-2019 West Indies Championship against the Leeward Island Hurricanes. Nicholas Curtin will be representing his country for the first time after playing for CCC in the Super 50 tournament. The full team is Shamar Brooks as captain, Anthony Allen, Jonathan Carter, Miguel Cummins, Justin Graves, Harding, Shamar Holder, Aaron Jones, Nicholas Curtin, Shane Mosley, Shamar Springer, Tevin Walcott, and Hayden Walsh Jr. 2 notable absentees are former captain Kevin Stout and Dominic Drakes. Now, CBC Sports understands that Drakes is carrying an injury and therefore may have missed out on account of that. The Pride will take on the Hurricanes from December 6th to 9th at the 3Ws Oval in a pink ball day-night encounter scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. To volleyball now, Progressive are still on top of the Goddard's Enterprises Limited Senior Men's Division 1 Volleyball League. Playing at the Wildy Gym last night, Progressive came from behind to beat Cormier in 4 sets. Chargers and Deacons were also a winner's row on the night. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports.
Deacons in the green up against Foundation United, set to the right for Asher Oxley. The spike too steamy for Nathan Crawford Wallace in the backcourt. Foundation United now trying to gain some momentum. The short set, too much on it, goes over Matthew Marshall's head and to the court. Point, Deacons. Deacons wrapping up the first set in quick time, taking it 25-16 as they brought the wall at the net for the block on Robert Gooding. In the second, the other Oxley got a shot of adrenaline, it seemed, leaping into the spike, too hot to handle for Foundation's backcourt. But the Churchill-based team were here to play and got into the game finally with the set to the right for Crawford Wallace to hammer home. Foundation fighting back, stating their own terms on the negotiating table, taking the second, 25-22. Let's go third set now as Deacon rediscovered their rhythm. Short set and look out below. Adam Niles picking the mid-court with his spike for landing. Deacons showing Foundation who the bosses are in this game. Outright this time. Akil Stout brings the dagger right into Foundation's backcourt. Deacons finishing off the set 25-17 and also taking the fourth 25-20 to take the game 3-1. Second matchup of the night, All Stars in the black against Chargers. All Stars down after losing the first set 16-25, 24-26. Third set action, All Stars fighting. Number 15, Jonathan Allen picks an avenue between the Chargers blockers for a spike. Chargers turn now on the attacking front. Not the prettiest bump or set, but the spike is effective from Ashawn Jordan on the right. Chargers out the blocks and through the phase in this game, and we're looking to power home. The block on the left secures another point. Chargers season not what they have expected thus far, but taking it one game at a time. Elaine London sets it perfectly this time for the incoming Jeremy Belgrave, who spikes with might. Chargers not giving All Stars a look in, taking the third 25-20 and the match in straight sets 3-0. On to the final game of the night. Table leaders Progressive in the far court against Cormier. Cormier drawing first blood, short set. Eric Baxon gets up and comes down with force for the point. Cormier going for the juggler early in the game, taking the first 25-22. Out to the left this time. Raphael Lovell handles the business, spiking into the backcourt. In the second, Cormier came out with the same energy. The veteran, Mark Lewis on the left, goes through the middle with his spike. Cormier looking to cause a major upset on the night, one of the longer rallies of the night. Both teams giving it their all on offense and defense, but it came down to who kept their composure. Cormier making the mistake this time, point Progressive. Progressive used the momentum from the point. Stewart with the set. Chioki Holder with the spike. Goes through the Cormier blockers. Progressive in amazing form this season, but class is class, and Fabian Cox can attest to that. Stewart finds him on the left, and the front court is the spot he picks with his spike. Progressive taking a second, 28-26, and the remaining sets at 18 and 15 to seal the 3-1 win and remain on top of the standings. Akeem Klinkett.
Last year's losing finalists of St. Michael's School are on the go in this year's Master United Secondary Schools girls basketball competition. Playing against home side St. George, SMS defeated them by 42 points to walk away with the W. Again is CBC's Akeem Klinkett.
St. Michael in the Blues, the losing finalists last year, and we're looking to make their way back there as Tower Lord uses the backboard for 2 over 11 points. Zara Ashby then finds Lord in transition, and she finishes using the woodwork again. St. George down and out of the game thus far, but would get on the score sheet as Isasha Nichols finds Shania Padmore, who puts it up and gets 2 points. The first on St. George's scorecard. SMS were smooth whenever they had the ball in their hands. Alicia Squires gets it, takes one bounce, then pulls up with the J. She had 8. SMS leading at the half by a whopping 28 points, 34-6, as Ashby provides Lord with the long distance pass, which she puts in. In the second, SMS continue their dominance. Skylar Williams picking up 2 over 10 points from the jump shot. Williams making sure she's in the paint and open this time to receive the pass from Squares, and she requires the backboard for assistance, but it gets her the points. Williams switches sides, but her jumper was in fine form. Smooth release, and that's 2 more. The second half wasn't much better for the St. George team, but whenever they got the chance, they showed energy. Nichols with the offensive rebound and the putback. But a small highlight in a game which SMS dominated as they walked away with the massive win, 54-12. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
The IAAF is working hard to stem the flow of athletes who wish to transfer their allegiance to other countries. Word of this from IAAF President Lord Sebastian Coe, who recently opened the new Athletics Association of Barbados headquarters on Harbour Road. In 2017, the IAAF froze its transfer of allegiance process in order to prevent countries such as Turkey and Bahrain from poaching young African athletes who may not know what they're getting into. The new IAAF rules state that there should be a minimum of 3 3 years waiting period before an athlete may transfer to represent another member country, and that no transfers can take place before the age of 20.
We felt very strongly in the sport that it was wrong that athletes that were being invested in and supported by one country at the age of 18 or 19 should suddenly disappear and start competing for another country. There will always be exceptional circumstances why athletes will choose to do that, but it wasn't working properly and athletes were just sort of disappearing. Sometimes they weren't even aware that they were being traded and competing for other countries. And in order to change the regulations around that, we've created something called the National Review Board. The National Review Board will sit down and look at every one of these cases individually and decide whether the move to another country really is an exceptional circumstance or just a flag of convenience.